There is a secret standing between you and every dream you desire. It is not luck. It is not connections. It is not even hard work. It is the control of your own mind. And the master key to that control is a principle so simple, so underestimated, that most ignore it and pay the price in failure. That principle is called autosuggestion. Through the dominating thoughts which one permits to remain in the conscious mind, whether these thoughts be negative or positive, is immaterial. The principle of autosuggestion voluntarily reaches the subconscious mind and influences it with these thoughts. In other words, your mind becomes what you repeatedly tell it, whether by design or by default. If you feed your mind fear, doubt, and scarcity, it accepts them as commands. If you feed your mind faith, abundance, and confidence, it accepts those as well. The subconscious mind is a loyal servant. It does not discriminate. It does not question your instructions. It simply acts upon them. The tragedy is this. Most people allow their subconscious to be programmed by accident, by news, by gossip, by criticism, by fear. They live in misery, confusion, and defeat, not because life is against them, but because they have permitted the wrong seeds to take root. But there is good news. You have the power to reprogram your subconscious. You have the ability to speak new commands into your mind. You have the right to shape your destiny by shaping your dominant thoughts. This is not positive thinking. This is not wishful dreaming. This is scientific reconditioning, and it works as surely as the law of gravity. Over the next few minutes, I will show you what autosuggestion is, how it influences every area of your life, how to use it deliberately to transform belief into reality. You must become the master of your inner dialogue or remain the slave of accidental suggestion. The choice is yours. Autosuggestion is the medium by which you may feed your subconscious mind thoughts of your own choosing. Understand this well. Every thought you dwell upon, every belief you reinforce, every phrase you repeat is a suggestion to your subconscious mind. The question is not whether autosuggestion is happening. The question is whether you are controlling it or being controlled by it. How autosuggestion works. Imagine your conscious mind as the gatekeeper. It hears, sees, and absorbs information. Your subconscious mind is the soil. It accepts whatever seeds the conscious mind plants. A repeated thought equals sign, a planted seed. An emotional reaction equals sign, water for that seed. Consistent attention equals sign, sunlight that grows it. If you dwell on fear, that seed grows roots. If you dwell on ambition, that seed grows strength. You cannot plant one seed and harvest another. The subconscious always gives you a harvest that matches the seed. Thus, if you think failure, you will act in ways that create failure. If you think success, you will act in ways that create success. There is no mystery here, only law. Why? Repetition is power. One suggestion whispered once carries little weight. But a suggestion repeated morning and night, soaked with emotion, engraves itself on the subconscious. Repetition is the hammer that forges belief. It does not matter if the suggestion is true at first. It matters only that it is repeated with faith. You say you are confident, and over time you become it. You say you are wealthy in mind, and over time you attract wealth in form. You say you are creative, and over time you act on ideas others ignore. The subconscious is not concerned with whether you are telling the truth. It concerns itself only with what you consistently affirm. Thus, you may speak yourself into greatness or into defeat. The choice is yours. Emotion charges the suggestion. Now hear me. Autosuggestion without emotion is weak. Words spoken with deadness are seeds thrown on stone. But when you attach feeling, when you imagine vividly, believe deeply, speak boldly, the subconscious takes notice. Emotion magnifies suggestion. Think of a magnet. A weak current attracts little. A strong current pulls metal across the room. Your emotion is the current. When you affirm your purpose aloud, visualize its victory, and feel gratitude as though it has already happened, you create a magnetic force that draws ideas, people, and opportunities into your orbit. Emotion is not optional. It is essential. Negative autosuggestion. Be warned. This law works for you or against you. If you constantly say, I'm tired, I'm unlucky, I'm broke, I'm not good enough, your subconscious accepts these as commands. You do not mean harm to yourself, but ignorance of the law does not protect you from its consequences. Every careless complaint, every repeated doubt, every casual self-insult plants poison in your mental soil. Guard your words. Guard your thoughts. Speak only that which you wish to see grow. The cycle of suggestion. Here is the full cycle. You affirm a thought. You feel the thought emotionally. The subconscious accepts the thought. Your behavior unconsciously adjusts to match the thought. Your environment responds to your new behavior. The results reinforce your original thought. And the cycle either lifts you up or drags you down. Auto-suggestion, therefore, is not a game. It is a serious tool of destiny. Use it poorly, and you drift into failure. Use it wisely, and you climb into greatness. Auto-suggestion in action. Every man and woman who has ever risen beyond the ordinary, consciously or unconsciously, has mastered auto-suggestion. Thomas Edison repeatedly envisioned the electric light long before he succeeded. Henry Ford affirmed that he would mass-produce automobiles despite universal mockery. Andrew Carnegie held the image of steel empires in his mind before they existed in reality. They conditioned themselves first, and reality caught up later. You must do the same. You are already using auto-suggestion. The only question is, are you using it to program victory or defeat? Knowing about auto-suggestion is not enough. You must apply it. You must practice it. You must master it, daily, deliberately, and with devotion. The man who controls his suggestions controls his destiny. Here is exactly how you do it. Step 1, craft a clear, definite statement. You must first reduce your burning desire into one clear, written statement. It must include what you want, when you intend to achieve it, what you will give in return, how it will benefit others. For example, I am earning $250,000 annually by December 31st through my consulting services that empower small businesses to grow and thrive. In return, I give my clients unmatched strategies, energy, and support. Vague wishes produce vague results. Specific commands produce specific results. Write your statement with care. You are drafting the blueprint of your future. Step 2, read it aloud morning and night. Every morning before the world interrupts you, read your statement aloud with emotion. Every night before you drift into sleep, read it again. As you speak, visualize the reality already achieved. Feel gratitude, joy, pride, as though you are living it. You are not lying to yourself. You are leading yourself to believe. The repetition creates grooves in your subconscious, and with time, those grooves become highways of belief. Step 3, build a mental movie. Words alone are not enough. You must see your success. After reading your statement, close your eyes and project a vivid mental movie. See yourself achieving the goal. Feel the handshake when you sign the deal. Hear the applause when your work is recognized. Smell the new office or home or studio. Taste the celebratory meal. Touch the tools of your trade. The subconscious responds to images infused with emotion far more powerfully than empty words. Make your vision so real that your mind cannot distinguish imagination from memory. Step 4, act as if it were already true. Once you plant the belief, you must water it with action. Speak with the confidence of the man you are becoming. Dress with the excellence of the woman you are becoming. Work with the focus of the leader you are becoming. Choose relationships and habits worthy of the future you are creating. Faith without works is dead. Suggestion without action is fantasy. Every action you take aligned with your goal reinforces the suggestion and makes it easier to believe tomorrow. Step 5, Eliminate conflicting suggestions. You cannot program success by day and sabotage it by night. If you affirm wealth in the morning and complain about money in the afternoon, you create confusion. If you affirm health in the morning and gossip about illness at lunch, you dilute your belief. If you affirm greatness but spend time with those who ridicule ambition, you weaken your seed. Autosuggestion demands consistency. Protect your mental soil. Speak only what you wish to grow. Associate only with those who water your vision, not those who poison it. You are the gatekeeper. Never forget that. Step 6. Celebrate small signs of success. As you move forward, you will see small evidences that your mind is changing. You will find yourself thinking bigger. You will notice new ideas coming faster. You will attract unexpected opportunities. You will react to challenges with greater calm. When you notice these signs, celebrate them. Each one is proof that your autosuggestions are working. Each one is a signal that you are shifting from mere wishing to commanding reality. Do not wait for the final goal to rejoice. Every step forward is a victory worth honoring. Step 7. Persist until mastery. Autosuggestion is not a one-week experiment. It is a lifelong practice. At first, it may feel awkward. At first, it may feel slow. At first, old beliefs may fight back. This is normal. The mind resists change because it seeks familiarity, but persistence reprograms familiarity. Persistence makes the new belief the dominant belief. You must persist until speaking your goal feels natural. You must persist until acting like your future self becomes effortless. You must persist until your reality catches up to your vision. This is the price. You. And this is the path. Final word on mastering autosuggestion. Remember, you are not fighting the world. You are not battling the economy. You are not wrestling with fate. You are training your own mind, the greatest asset you possess. Once you master autosuggestion, fear becomes fuel. Doubt becomes irrelevant. Failure becomes temporary. Success becomes inevitable. You are the author of your beliefs. You are the commander of your destiny. Speak life. Speak victory. Speak future, and you shall live it. If you fail to master autosuggestion, your mind will not remain neutral. It will not sit quietly waiting for your commands. No, the world will gladly take over. Random influences will plant themselves in your subconscious, and you will become not the creator of your life, but the victim of it. This is not theory. This is fact. Neglecting autosuggestion has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Let me show you how. You become a sponge for negativity. If you do not deliberately program your mind, it becomes porous, absorbing whatever it is exposed to most often. Turn on the news, fear. Scroll through social media, comparison. Listen to idle conversation, gossip and complaint. Slowly, without realizing it, your subconscious begins to accept fear as wisdom, pessimism as intelligence, cynicism as protection. You begin to act smaller. You expect less. You assume the worst, not because it is truth, but because it is familiar. Neglecting autosuggestion makes you vulnerable to mental infection. 2. You strengthen old limiting beliefs. We are all born into environments filled with beliefs we did not choose. Money is evil. People like us never succeed. Stay safe. Don't dream too big. You're not smart enough. These old beliefs live deep within your mind. If you do not overwrite them with conscious, repeated emotional suggestion, they persist. They operate in the background like viruses, subtly sabotaging your thoughts, your decisions, your energy. You will wonder, why do I self-sabotage? Why do I procrastinate? Why do I keep playing small? It is not weakness. It is unchallenged programming. Neglecting autosuggestion is the same as surrendering your mind to outdated inherited limits. You miss opportunities you cannot see. The subconscious mind, when programmed for success, acts like a radar, scanning the world for hidden chances, resources, and allies. But if you leave your mind untrained, you do not see opportunities, even when they stand right in front of you. You overlook the perfect partnership. You dismiss the idea that could have become a business. You ignore the chance that could have changed your life. Why? Because your mind was not trained to expect success. It was conditioned to expect struggle. Faith sharpens perception. Neglect dulls it. You drift without direction. A mind without deliberate suggestion is like a ship without a compass. You move, but you go nowhere. You work, but without momentum. You chase, but without satisfaction. Days blur into weeks. Weeks blur into years. And one day you wake up and wonder, how did I get here? It was not one decision. It was thousands of tiny passive decisions made for you by random programming. You cannot reach a magnificent destination by drifting. You can only arrive by deliberate navigation. Autosuggestion is the captain's seps wheel. Without it, you are a passenger tossed by every wave of circumstance. 5. You become a slave to other people's agendas. When you do not program your mind, you become easy prey for those who have. Advertisers tell you what to want. Politicians tell you what to fear. Employers tell you what to settle for. Strangers on the internet tell you what to believe. You spend your life reacting instead of creating. You mistake conformity for safety. You trade your authenticity for acceptance. You exchange your dreams for a paycheck. And all the while, your true potential rots in silence. This is not life. It is quiet surrender. 6. You strengthen the law of attraction in reverse. Understand this. The subconscious mind responds to the dominant vibration you feed it. If your dominant thoughts are fear, scarcity, doubt, you attract more situations, people, and outcomes that confirm those thoughts. You become a magnet for the very things you dread. It is not punishment. It is law. The law of attraction does not care what you focus on, only that you focus. Neglecting autosuggestion turns your own mind into your enemy. But the same law, when mastered, turns your mind into your greatest ally. You must take command or be commanded. Every day, every hour, you are either programming your mind or being programmed. There is no neutrality. The world is noisy. The battlefield is crowded. Distractions are endless. If you wish to rise, if you wish to build, if you wish to dominate your destiny, you must take full command of the suggestions you allow into your mind. Speak your goals aloud. Guard your self-talk with fierceness. Surround yourself with vision, not noise. Replace fear with faith, daily, relentlessly. Otherwise, you will live a life not of your choosing, but of your surrender. And that, my friend, is the greatest tragedy of all. When you master the principle of autosuggestion, you do not simply change your habits. You do not merely improve your attitude. You transform your destiny. Because once you take command of your thoughts, you take command of your results, your relationships, your wealth, your health, your life. Let me show you the rewards that await the man or woman who disciplines the mind with autosuggestion. You build unbreakable belief. When you control your suggestions, you erase internal conflict. There is no longer a silent battle between doubt and desire. There is no longer hesitation pulling you in two directions. You walk into challenges with unshakable belief. You make decisions swiftly and boldly. You face obstacles with calm certainty. The man who has disciplined his mind no longer asks, "Can I?" He asks, "How will I?" This confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment between mind and mission. You become a living force. 2. You unlock accelerated growth. The subconscious mind, when programmed properly, becomes your greatest accelerator. Ideas come faster. Connections seem to appear effortlessly. Resources you once strained for begin to flow naturally. This is not coincidence. This is cause and effect. When your dominant mental vibration is aligned with success, you recognize and act on opportunities faster than the average man can even see them. Growth compounds, your momentum builds. Success becomes not an accident, but an expectation. You develop laser focus. Most people are pulled in 1,000 directions at once. They are distracted by every shiny object, every opinion, every fear. But the man who masters autosuggestion has mental immunity. His mind is tuned only to signals that align with his chief aim. He ignores distractions without effort. He says no with ease. He prioritizes ruthlessly. Focus becomes his default, not his struggle. And where focus goes, achievement follows. You become a creator, not a reactor. The majority live in constant reaction, reacting to the economy, reacting to gossip, reacting to setbacks. They are leaves blown by the winds of life. But when you program your mind deliberately, you shift into creation. You set the terms. You define the path. You choose the standard. External circumstances lose their power over you because your internal world is stronger than the noise around you. You stop adapting to the world. You begin reshaping it. You expand your impact. As your belief, focus, and growth compound, your influence expands. You lift others by your example. You inspire others by your results. You lead others by your clarity. People feel drawn to those who walk in conscious power. They trust those who live with conviction. You begin to shape environments, businesses, communities, not by force, but by magnetic influence. You do not seek to dominate people. You seek to elevate them. And in doing so, you build not just success, but legacy. You live on purpose. Perhaps the greatest reward is this. You no longer live by accident. You no longer wake up wondering what to do. You no longer drift through days without direction. You no longer look back with regret over wasted time. You rise each day with mission. You move each hour with meaning. You sleep each night knowing you are fulfilling the assignment planted in your soul. This is living. This is freedom. This is fulfillment. And it begins by mastering one simple, powerful principle, autosuggestion. Final words. I will leave you with this truth. Every man is what he is because of the dominating thoughts which he permits to occupy his mind. There is no exception. There is no escape. There is no shortcut. You are and will become the product of the thoughts you habitually plant and nurture. Master autosuggestion and you master life. Feed your mind daily with your vision. Affirm your goals aloud with emotion. Visualize your future vividly. Speak to yourself as a champion, not a victim. Take action aligned with your new belief. Persist until the new reality replaces the old. The world belongs to those who control their inner world, not by chance, but by choice. You have the choice. You have the tools. You have the power. Use them, and you will rise. I am Napoleon Hill, and this is the third great principle of achievement, autosuggestion.